Hi guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing really well. So for this video, I'm going to share with you a very nice, simple, easy, quick recipe of one of my favorite dishes, which is fried rice. And what I decided to do is I've decided to do your Chinese fried rice but with a hint of Nigerian style. You know, if you like your pepper, like I've got some pretty hot Scotch bonnet pepper, I've got some Knorr, I've got some Royco, I've got some Jumbo, you know, give it a little bit of spice, just how I like it. Okay guys, so I'm just going to talk you through a list of things that I'm going to be using to cook, and these are my go-to ingredients, especially my rack of spices. These spices I use regardless of whatever it is I'm cooking. This is just extra virgin olive oil that I got from my local Aldi or Lidl, I can't remember whichever one it is. I've also got some peas. I like some processed peas because I like how it tastes. I've got some thyme, I've got some hot curry powder, I've got some turmeric, and then my favorite, I've got some onion, I've got garlic, and I've got ginger. These three things will either make or break your dish, trust me. Oh, and let's not forget, we've got some spring onions. And if you're not used to what this is, in Nigeria, you know, as per the Yoruba girl that I am, we call this tatashe, but this is known as paprika. So I've also got this because I like how it tastes. It gives it a nice smoky taste as well. For our mixed veg, we've got some green beans, we've got some carrots, we've got some sweet corn. It's just all the good stuff. You know, one of your 5 a days, we've got all of that packed, all that goodness packed in here for you. Okay, so what I'm about to do now, I'm just about to pour the rice into my measuring bowl. And what I'm going to do is, because I'm cooking for a lot of people, I'm going to use all of this rice. If you're not cooking for a lot of people, you don't need to use as much rice as I'm using. I'm going to pour it in here and then just eyeball it. Okay, so that's literally the amount of rice that I'm going to cook. Because my rice, normally I would rinse it, but because of the technique that I'm going to use to cook this rice, I'm not going to rinse it. I'm just going to cook it like this. Okay guys, so I'm just going to add my oil to my pan. I'm just eyeballing my oil. Excuse my second tongue. I'm just eyeballing my oil. Guys, so I'm just going to add my thyme. I've got my thyme here and my curry here. Basically what I do is I add them to my oil that is being heated up, and because this is extra virgin olive oil, I'm not going to heat it up as much, so I'm just going to add my oil. I've also got my peeled stock cube. I'm currently using Jumbo. I'm going to add the rest later on, so we're just going to add them in. Can you see how that bubbles up? And then I'm going to squeeze and add in my stock cube. So what this does is it flavors the oil. At the moment it's giving off really nice aroma. It smells delicious. I'm also going to add some of my garlic and my ginger, and then I'm going to add some of my chopped onions. So like I said earlier on, this is just to flavor the oil. Add a bit more. Oh wow, that smells wonderful. Add a bit more. Now I'll just let this all simmer, let it fry. So now I'm going to add my rice. And I've added my rice. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir all of this in. I'm going to stir all of this, mix it in properly. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the pot up and let it all fry for about 5 minutes. But every so often, I'm going to come and turn it so it doesn't burn. So just before I cover the rice and let it fry, I'm going to add in some salt. Salt you add to taste, depending on if you like your food really salty or how you like your food. So I'm just going to add some salt. This is just for the first stage. I'm still going to add some salt later on. Okay, so now I'm just going to cover this up. We will be back in 5 minutes. Give them. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, so this has fried enough and I'm happy with how it's turned out. So you see how I said earlier on I'm going to add some more spice. So obviously this is fried to how I like it. So I'm just going to add 1 cube of Knorr spice or Knorr stock cube. Just going to break that in. Give it a little stir. Add a dash of my turmeric. Just a dash. You can also do this to taste depending on how you like your food, because turmeric does give it a nice color, and also turmeric, oh, this smells lovely, and it's also very good for you. So added my turmeric, just giving it a quick stir. What I've done is, in order to make sure your rice cooks as quick as possible, I've boiled some hot water, and I'm just going to add some hot water into this rice and just let it simmer. Okay, so guys, at this point in time, my rice is almost cooked, as you can see. It's almost cooked. So this is the point where I start to add in some of my vegetables. So I've got my mixed veg here. I'm just going to add it in, and I'm using the frozen mixed veg. I don't mind that there's ice in it because it would all melt and cook together. So I'm just going to stir that in. Okay, I decided to use some beef hot dog. I normally use prawns, but I'm deciding to use beef today. So I'm just going to add the beef hot dog in. Here we have it. This is my special take on fried rice, and I've also fried some spicy sea bass to go with it, and we've also got some nice hot and spicy Ghanaian shitto, you know, to give it that bit of sauciness. Okay guys, that's all from me today. Do not forget to like, comment, share, and you know, if you've waited till the end of this video, you might as well subscribe, because I'd like to have you as a part of my family. If you have any other recipes you'd like me to cook, feel free to comment down below. So take care guys, bye. And you know what, let's dig in, because you know my mouth is salivating.